Hi everyone, it's Alison Goggin here, and I wanted to come to you today and say happy December. November was amazing. Thank you to everyone who joined in on all of our giveaways. I did the LRP Love and gave away a ton of oils. We had a buy one get one sale through doTERRA, and then I gave away Aroma Touch kits. We had 5 team members in this group reach amazing ranks. So Nadine, Stephanie, and Angie hit elite, which is phenomenal. So congratulations to them. Alex hit silver, which is a huge leadership goal, and all of us working together allowed me and Jake to reach platinum. So all of your support and love has just driven us so far this month, and I can't even, that's like, I just been sitting in my room today like, what just happened? So what I wanted to tell you this month is that I taught probably 10 essential oil classes, maybe more, and I'm so used to oils. Like, I take them for granted now. So last night, you may have saw my post on our personal page that Jakey was a hot mess last night. Baby Jake, he's 5.5. He's wild. He's lovely. He's amazing. He has big emotions. That's what we call him. Big, big emotions. And he has a hard time expressing himself. So yesterday we were exhausted. We've been pushing for platinum and helping everyone. It was like, let's go out to dinner. And baby Jake lost his shit. He did not want to go. We didn't pick the right restaurant. He was screaming and fight. Like, I knew he had a bad day because it's not him. That's not who he is. He wasn't able to share something, and he's screaming and he's crying. I was like, okay, what do we do? I'm just going to put oils on him. What else would I do? So I put copaiba under his tongue, and people say, well, how much did you use? I said, well, 1 drop hit here because he was screaming. 2 drops hit his lips, and then he wiped it off, and I got 1 finally under his tongue, and then I did a little bit on the back of his neck with some Console. And husband Jake went to go get his coat or his keys or something, and then it was like 30 seconds, and baby Jake turns around and he looks at me. He goes, Mom, I felt really scared at school today. I had a really bad day. I don't know why I felt scared. And then he just started crying, and it was like that oil gave him the ability to process his emotions, to neurologically reset, to take the stress off of his nervous system so he could calm down and start to focus and function and express what he was actually feeling. And I said, did something happen? No, nothing bad happened. No fights happened. He just had this feeling of being scared. And I understood that. And then we went out to the car, and he was like, let's go to Q. Like, he was fine. And then we're sitting and eating dinner, and my husband goes, those oils are amazing. And I was like, what are you talking about? What oil? Oh, yeah, doTERRA. He was like, no, really? You put copaiba on him? And look at him. And it just it doesn't even dawn on me how powerful these oils are because I take them for granted. I'm so used to it. We've been doing this for 6 years. Why wouldn't they work? But just to sit back in awe of the power that oils gave my child to process and speak and feel his emotions and then be able to share them, whereas before he couldn't. That is a blessing. Okay, so that's my first story. My second story, we'll go backwards. So a couple days ago, I was teaching a class, and I had a woman who bought a kit, and she hadn't opened her oils yet. I was like, why not go get your kit? Get your kit out. Let's open your oils. So we used her oils during the class so she could learn how to use them and play with them. And she has really bad arthritis in her hands, and her finger was hurting so bad, and it never stops hurting. And I was like, did you put oils on it? And she said, no, I don't know what to use, which I understand. So when you get your kit, I don't care who enrolled you, call that person on this team. Call me, shoot me a Facebook message. Let's meet for coffee. Bring your kit. We're going to open it together and go through it. So I was like, okay, get out the deep blue, the frankincense, and the lavender, and just put not even a whole drop on that joint that was hurting on her finger. And she's like, yeah, okay. because nothing helps. Medication doesn't help. Nothing works. And she did it, and 2 minutes later, she looks at me, she goes, oh my God, my finger doesn't hurt. And I was like, I know. Isn't that amazing? Like, she couldn't freaking believe it and how much better she felt. Then I was teaching another class. So story number 3, I teach in class, and it's really fun when I'm sitting with a group of people and they're telling me their stories, especially with pain, because oils can address pain so easily. And there was an elderly woman, she was 83, and she had fallen and she had shattered her hip. She had to have a hip replacement. Her glute muscles were torn, and they're still torn. She's still working on healing them, but she's so freaking active. We were at the yoga / gym / rowing place that she goes to. It took her like 3 weeks after her hip replacement, and she was back on the rowing machines, just getting it. But she couldn't get her hip pain to stop because her muscles are torn. And she's like, what oil do I put on a torn muscle? I'm like, nothing. You tore a muscle. But I said, here, let's try it. I gave her my deep blue rub. But I'm like, go in the bathroom, rub some on your hip, and come back and tell me what you think. Expecting, honestly, nothing to happen because it's a torn muscle and you kind of have to wait for that stuff to heal. And no, she comes back. Honestly, again, 2 minutes later. How long does it take oils to work? Seconds, minutes. She was like, my hip pain's gone. That stabbing, excruciating nerve pain is gone. She couldn't believe it. She was so shocked. So she obviously bought Deep Blue, and I told her to add on lemongrass because that's great for muscle and tendon healing as well. Just my mind was blown. Her mind was blown. All these women sitting here like, are you serious? You're out of pain? Because I know her for so long. So that was phenomenal. And then my 4th story is same thing. Our friend Lisa, maybe she'll be watching this. I hope she doesn't mind me sharing. We were teaching a class together, and she has severe foot pain from surgeries and screws in her foot. And she's like, what do I put on it? And I'm like, frankincense? Just put all the frankincense on it. And she's like, oh, I use frankincense for everything. I didn't even think to put it on my feet. And really, when we're in so much pain, when medically we're so far gone, when doctors look at you and they say, there's nothing else we can do. Maybe you just need more surgery. Maybe you just need more screws in your foot. Maybe we should just shave off more bone or replace your joint. Like, you don't think that oils would work, because why would they? Every doctor, every surgeon, every shot, every pill, nothing works. Why would oils work? So I just started handing her oils. And when I handed her, so it's called layering, so you do one at a time. And that is frankincense, put frankincense on, lemongrass, deep blue, lavender. I think those were the 4. And she was like, I didn't expect anything because her pain has been so bad for 5 or 7 years. She'll tell you. And she's like, oh yeah, let's test this out. And I was like, oh my God, if this doesn't work and I'm sitting in this class of 10 women, I'm going to look like a fool. As she stood up, had no pain. And she's walking around and she has no pain. She gets up on her tippy toes and has no pain. And she's looking at me in awe, shock, what the hell just happened? And then she starts jumping up and down. I was like, oh my God, don't do that because tomorrow you're going to be in a lot of pain. But keep those 4 oils, keep layering them one at a time. Use them every day because it's about getting the inflammation down. Now, nothing can fix broken screws in your foot. You still have to go get the surgery. So friends, if you need surgery, get the surgery. Use the oils to help you get through. But in the meantime, there are options. You don't have to suffer. Even if you think you're so far gone, medically, emotionally, spiritually, physically, that you're done, you think your body's done, you think your life is done, it's not. And how powerful is that? And now these women have these stories to share with their friends, these experiences to give with their heart so other people don't have to go through the same pain. And that is what we do. That is the power of doTERRA. And it just really came alive for me this month. And because I take it for granted, and I know that the oils work. I know that I just use them. And how I forget to use them a lot. I'm like, God, I have such a headache. What am I going to do? Well, frankincense. So what's amazing too is that all these women also used frankincense, and it is free this month with any order of 200 points or more. So talk about a blessing in a bottle. Talk about all of these powerful stories, and using frankincense for such a wide range of different types of pain. I use frankincense every day for mood support, hormone support. I put 2 drops under my tongue. I like to add it to the back of my neck. It is phenomenal for migraines and supporting that, and it works so quickly. That is something that we had all the time in the house. So when I first got my kit, I didn't let anybody use the frankincense because it's expensive, right? And I was like, you have to be bleeding to death to be allowed to use this frankincense. And we had a couple instances of almost bleeding to death. That's why Jakey has a scar on his eye, and he didn't need stitches or anything because of frankincense. And now we go through a bottle every month or 2, and we're definitely going to go through a bottle of cobaiba along with the frankincense because of how supportive they are. So I hope that you found some value in these stories, and maybe as it challenges you to think of what's going on in your life, that you might actually be able to use oils to support your health or someone you love, or maybe you are thinking of someone who has these stories that is in your life that you can help them. And we're here to support you. We have so many amazing team leaders here. Please, please, please reach out. Ask us what to use. Post in this group. Say, hey, I've got this issue. We'll all have different remedies. We will all have different groups of oils to try, but try them. Have some hope, have some faith. We're here to support you, and I cannot wait to hear all of your amazing stories and how you use frankincense this month. So thank you for tuning in, and every day this month I will do a 31 days of frankincense once my laptop fixes itself and is on its way. So we will post those every day this week along with a holiday survival, and just have a really great December and close out the end of the year with some awesome stories. So thanks everyone. Have a great day.